welcome to this very special Unittus broadcast. My name is Craig Watton. I'm from Sydney, Australia, and it's my pleasure to be your host on this very special broadcast interview. And we're going to be discussing the Unittus Vision and the convergence of the epic trends in the 21st century. With me on this broadcast is the founder, chairman, and CEO of Unittus, Astor, and also an international business advisor and IT expert, Mr. Chris Henderson. So, welcome, John. Good evening over from Florida.
Oh, well, thank you, Craig. Listen, it's wonderful to be here, and I'm just excited to talk about the vision of Unittus with you, and I know we've got a lot of things we'd like to go over, and certainly want to say hi to you, Chris, Chris is an international jet setter, so we don't know where he is tonight, but how are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing great, and I'm actually in Sydney this time, so it's all going well, and I'm looking forward to discussing this great opportunity in businesses out there and what's happening in tech in the world today.
It's great to have you with us in this very special interview. There's a lot of trends happening right now in the world, and Unittus sits in a very unique position. We're going to be talking about technology and digital delivery, internet connectivity and computer access, social behavioral change and the need to be connected, social and global responsibility, breaking the language barrier, and independent global home-based business opportunity that Unittus represents, an incredible opportunity for everybody. So, John, you've created Unittus. It's an incredible platform. So tell us about the technology and digital delivery aspects of Unittus.
Well, I appreciate that, Craig. And, we all have been around technology and the convergence of getting the computer into the home, making portable computers. Now the computers are literally in your wireless components and tools, your iPad. So as you go into the airports around the world, if you go into the school systems around the world, not only computer literate, but and technology literate and technology connected. So when we take a look at the business opportunities in the world today, obviously the moving of physical products has become a more and more daunting task. We have great logistics of how to get it done, but the cost of transportation, the cost of packaging, and the nuances that go with international delivery is just so cumbersome. But when you talk about digital delivery, it's instantaneous, Craig, and that's what makes it exciting to be in that business. And anybody that's experienced an internet business or been involved in an e-commerce business, what's going on, you can do in literally days, months, what it typically used to take years, decades to get accomplished. So as we take a look at that, we are directly involved in the digital delivery of services, and that's what Unittus is one of our main epic trends that we're involved in. But I know Chris knows a lot more of this from a technology point of view. So Chris, what do you see interaction digital, what it's opening up, different types of industries?
It's definitely opening up all types of industries, especially in our world. I have a team scattered all around the world, and the cool part about it is we can all instantaneously be connected via our mobile phones through VoIP and online services. We get instant updates. We link our documents, and it's a pretty exciting time. What used to take weeks just to get things done, you have to send over fax, get things. Now we can do it almost in real time, which is great for our business.
Okay. Well, John, in the area of internet connectivity and computer access, how do you see Unittus in this position, to be able to service people globally?
Well, that's really what's exciting, Craig, because, if you take a look at our world today socially, anybody that's 40 years of age at this point really grew up with computers. Absolutely. And people that are over 40, 45 years of age generally have picked up the need, whether it be because of their career, their interest, or just to keep up with the times and even from a social and a leisure perspective. But here's the big thing. 2.3 billion people in the world today have internet connectivity and computer access and have some level of computer literacy. And to tell you the truth, Greg, that is exactly what our target market is. Unittus is about uniting people all over the world, and we're doing it via technology via digital delivery through internet connectivity and computer access. So what an amazing statement to make, that we are in a business that any adult can literally find benefit through our platforms and our social interaction, which we're going to talk a lot more about.
Okay, Chris, internet, connectivity, and you've got people all around the world that you just mentioned a moment ago. The Unittus platform, you know a lot about social media and behavioural change. Where do you see, Unittus fitting into that social media world right now, and how do you see the connectivity happening around the world, and how will that change the behaviour of internet usage?
Well, one of the positive things I like about Unittus is the connectivity. This is kind of a really serious social media thing that's like Google for people. I see this bringing people together for a lot of different types of business opportunities, and the great part about it, because of the way it's set up, it's not limited, which gives it far more value than a lot of the other social networks out there. If you went on MySpace, you're probably going to be looking for musicians and people wanting to, show how famous they are or what they can do. But when you come to this with the Unittus platform, it's very wide open, and it reaches a lot more people, and that's what we like.
The social network is obviously the biggest trend. It's the biggest epic change in the last decade of moving the world and the behavior of people. So what Unittus has done is we said, fine, what we're going to do is we're going to take it to the next level, to the next era of you is what we call it, because we've tied together what we see out there already in social networks. And let's talk about those just for a second. You've got the entire dating social networks or membership platforms, and those have been around, honestly, for close to 10 to 15 years, believe it or not. They've been out there, and there's hundreds of millions of people that are using social network memberships opportunities for just being able to introduce each other from a dating perspective, or potentially love or marriage. You now have social networks that are just specifically for your career, or for your freelancing, or for just what we call B2B, business to business. And then we have the huge social ones, which are like the Facebook or Twitter behavior. And so what Unittus has done, we've combined all of those into one platform, and we've pretty much cloned a slogan: is your social, your career and leisure world redefined. And as Chris just mentioned, we have the most comprehensive profiling available for those who want to physically give their information and have put it on the platform. So the need is there for connectivity. Unittus is just supercharging it platform. So the reality is you don't have to have 5 or 6 different accounts. You know that you can get what you want to get done on one platform, and Unittus has set up a structure so it's all about productivity, not high-level activity, which we see happening on a lot of the social networks the way they're structured now. You come to Unittus, you come to connect, you come to get something done socially, leisurely, or professionally.
That's absolutely phenomenal. There's a lot of people talking about Unittus. They're building profiles. They're connecting with people around the world. We certainly live right now in a global marketplace. I mean, never in our history have people been connecting globally like we do today, and it's only going to get stronger into the future. So from a social and global responsibility, John, where do you see Unittus going, over the next few years and into the future?
Well, I appreciate that question, Craig, and I'll tell you what, that is what we're so very proud to look at our name. Our name is simply stated as exactly what we're doing. We are about uniting the world. It doesn't matter where you're from, your culture, your educational background, your economic background. We have developed this platform so every single adult will have an opportunity to participate within the platform, socialize, get connected, enrich their experiences. That's why if you look at our trade slogan, it's empowering the human spirit. But that really is defined by the individual, not by the masses or the countries or the cultures or anything else. So we have no agenda other than to absolutely unite the world. So we've taken a lot of time in developing our global brand. all the way from the name to the way we developed our brand image, our guidelines, our mission statements. We're a cause-based company, which will prove that cause every single day. And our trade slogan is very simple. It's Unittus, founded by people, developed globally by people for the enrichment, lifestyle improvement of the people and our planet. So what you're going to see over years come is that when you see someone wearing a Unittus hat or a shirt, it's going to associate that person with positivity, productivity, for prosperity of that human being and the human race. So we're very focused, and we have no agenda other than to serve people, create a social media that is really created by the people, and that's why we're getting that message out, and that's why we're having this discussion today. And I appreciate you gentlemen for being on the call with us today.
Chris, you're an international business advisor, you're an IT expert, and you do business with people all around the world. One of the incredible features that we've recognized and we've been using with Unittus is the ability to be able to connect with people in different countries that speak different languages, and the translation feature of Unittus, where we can communicate with somebody that is in another country that doesn't, and they can read our emails, the UTAPs and the emails in their chosen language. This is something that's a world first. And how do you see that from an IT perspective and from an international business person's perspective?
Well, for me, I think it's a great platform. What a lot of people don't know is my personal assistant is actually based in the Philippines, and it's pretty good because it allows us flexibility. She can communicate with a lot of my different clients and the team through her own language, and when she sends things out, they're able to translate it instantly back and know what the point she's trying to get over. So. To us, I look at that as being pretty valuable. None of the other platforms out there really give you anything like that, and for me, it's great for business, and I think it's setting precedence for the future of social media. So Unittus to me is definitely kicking it up a notch.
John, the language barrier breakthrough, that you've created with Unittus is something that I've never seen before in any social media platform. I'm unaware of anybody else that's got a feature like that in any platform around the world. From a relationship and a connectivity perspective, how are your clients and people that are using the platform using that feature, and what do you think is the greatest benefit from that?
Well, I'll tell you, it's all the above, and here's why. I mean, if you have a family that lives in America, for example, but they have distant relatives or in other countries, or native relatives or ancestral relatives in other countries, they've never been able to communicate with them, and all of a sudden they can be on the U World community, which is what we call our social platform, the U World community, because it really all is about you and I and the next person, but they have the ability to speak in English, instant messaging in English, and then that person in France or Italy or Japan or Mexico, really doesn't matter. I think we have over 30 languages that we instantly translate on the fly, and then they will receive it in the language of their choice. So we have a lot of very rich features on the platform. We have different levels of participation. And again, we have free all the way up to paid subscription levels, because everyone has different needs, has economic needs. And so we allow people to make the choice. So you can come to Unittus today and you can sign up and start to experience the platform, the U World community, and connect to people actually for free with some of the features. But so we have many other features. But I have another couple that I talked to that it's an American that actually married a Japanese foreigner, and he's never been able to speak to his wife's family. He's always had to have an interpreter to speak his mind and speak his heart. And he can very effortlessly type with his thoughts and his, from his heart, and then they can read it in Japanese, and then they can speak in Japanese, and it converts instantly into English for him. It's been an enlightening experience for him. So we knew that the technology was there. That's why we're talking about all these mega trends, all converging within Unittus. We have taken all of the things that are out there today that are all multi-$100 billion trends within themselves around the world, and we've all married them into one place. So it's profound, and the acceptance of Unittus around the world, I think, is speaking volumes for what we're trying to accomplish and the way we're doing it with a truthful and a cause-based company. But, when you think that you'll be able to come on our platform, type your email in your preference of language, shoot it out to someone in Japan or in India or in Mexico, and they will get it in there on the fly. Yes, it really is a breakthrough in the industry. We really are setting the bar and setting some first in space for many things on the platform. We're certainly very excited about the future, and we just love the accolades and comments that are coming in, Craig. It's been very rewarding for us.
John, there's been an incredible frenzy around Unittus right now. People around the world are talking about Unittus. There's videos all over the internet. There's discussions. There's blogs. People are connecting. This is one of the fastest moving opportunities that I've ever seen in the global home-based business arena. Being in the industry for 20 years, this is a platform that very similar to other social media platforms. I mean, when you consider that Facebook, as an example, is estimated to have 800 million users, that would have to be considered the largest network that's ever been created. But the people that built the Facebook social platform, by introducing friends that have introduced friends, there's never been any income generated from that. This is a platform that an incredible connectivity opportunity and to meet with the right people and unite, but also an unbelievable income opportunity. We haven't seen a social media platform with this much power and with a compensation plan that rewards the people that are promoting it. And, as has been mentioned, this is our database and we're getting paid for it. So, where do you see Unittus, sitting in this home-based business arena? We've discussed, the other areas, but from a home-based business perspective, there is just an incredible amount of energy around Unittus worldwide, and people are just diving on board and getting involved. So how do you see it from a business perspective, from a person working from home?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the trends, again, these are the mega trends of the 21st century, is independence and self-reliance. Being an entrepreneur now for 42 years, I've been very blessed and enriched with that experience. But I want to help anybody that has an interest in either being an serial entrepreneur or being what I call or cloned a dualpreneur. And this is someone that is comfortable with their career but is looking for the advantage of enrichment, not only just economically, but empowerment and educationally, and having a second career. But you're exactly right. We have the most dynamic home-based business opportunity available to most places around the world for each and every individual that has dreams, has goals, and actually just simply has friends. The average person on social networks has about 125 friends and spends about 55 minutes a day currently. So my question is it high activity or is it high productivity? When you're on Unittus, all those friends are people you can work with. All those friends are people that you can earn income with. So you're right. All of our independent international social advisors get paid to socialize, Craig. How do you think that's going to work out in the world? So when you touched on the day, most companies out there, they create value and wealth and enterprise value up to, I think, the largest one being Facebook. They're talking about possibly $80 to $100 billion on your data, your activity, my data, my activity. I think it's time to let people get paid for what they're doing every day. What do you think, Craig?
Well, I think it's a phenomenal concept, and obviously a lot of people around the world, we're talking about thousands of people, that are talking about Unittus and are connecting on Unittus, think the same way, and there's an unlimited income potential for people that really want to take this opportunity and promote it and build up big networks and make a lot of money. I think it's the most incredibly exciting platform that I've seen on the internet. John, it's been fantastic to be with you. It's been fantastic to have Chris on the line as well. I think a lot of people are certainly going to take advantage of Unittus's unbelievable platform, and this is something that's time. So thank you very much for being with us on this very special interview on Unittus.
Well, thank you very much, Craig, and thank you for your kind words. And Chris, thank you from a long way off for being with us tonight, too. You all have a great evening, and thanks again.
Okay, guys, and I look forward to it again. Take care.